So hey everyone, Rodney made a huge video on Shiba Inu, and if you hold any Shiba Inu, you should see this because he is gonna do an exclusive interview. I watched Rodney for some time. Be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. But I'm back to making some Shib content, and I wanted to talk about this. Like, there was a huge drama a few months ago, and Satoshi, look what happens. He already has 900,000 followers.
This conflict kind of maybe coming from a mile away. But this person has also worked with defense and has positive experiences. Now, this person asked me not to dox them, but they also said that they would be interested in having a live stream next week sometime. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like that sort of thing, where they would talk about all the exciting things happening with Shiba Inu in the future and maybe touch on this situation a little more. But after speaking with this person, I drew my own conclusions, and in this video I'm going to talk about what I think is.
So I'm really curious what Rodney did conclude, because this is some insane stuff. Finally, Satoshi was very silent on the projects we're working on, but now we have so much more behind the scenes
Happening with Shiba Inu, and we'll talk about pretty much all the drama that's gone down, old guard of Shiba Inu, and maybe the direction in which Shiba Inu is going and different ambassadors. So without further ado, let's get into the video so you can see what the heck is going down. Now, of course, we know Satoshi is the anonymous dev of Shiba Inu and made this interesting, very, very interesting Discord post the other day. He says this: "Let me say this once and for all. Half the people in this room have spent the last weeks trying to call me names, dox my real name on socials, call me a scammer."
That's pretty messed up. That's pretty messed up. If you're a community leader, to dox someone, guys, do not do that.
Credit while trying to pump their bags on projects they use my name to pump in the first place. For months while working alongside me, they went behind my back and collected enough Shibians, right, Shiba Inu community people, to have these moments and appear intelligent, and have acquired by dumping each listing enough bone to dump and make you all panic. So he's saying that these people are dumping bone to make people panic. He says it's a smart and also very sad play that we saw coming a mile away. I lost some very close friends in the process, and what a shame to see my once mighty team reduced to this level of normality in this space. He says, but in the end, we have a new incredible team, and you.
So that's pretty awesome. Now Shiba Inu has a new team. How is it going to perform? That's what I'm worried about. Before they had a big team for 2 years, and overnight everything changed. How can the new team keep up with what was done before, what was done now? I mean, I really want to know. I really want to know overall.
You have all witnessed from the new post, and we'll get into who that team is here in a second. He continues, new socials, as the old ones are being locked by the same individuals who will post against this post. Notice how the Shib MV account ignored SXWS, and amazing products and services fueled by a momentum that drives us forward. We build against all the FUD. So what he's saying is that the former Shib influencers, right, you could say defense, are not posting about all the new exciting things and all the catalysts coming for Shiba Inu, but obviously the new, you could say, ambassadors are. Right. He says, moreover, nothing I can say or do will ever change that stance they have. So instead of giving them screenshots, they'll attempt to use that against us. I kindly ask that they leave this once peaceful realm. So what Shatoshi's saying right here is like, these people, they're going, instead of like hanging out in their realm, why don't you just go start your new thing? And that's what we're starting to see a lot of Shib influencers do.
A lot of Shib influencers moved on. It's so true. A lot of Shib people working in the Shiba Inu space, because Shiba Inu is now in a bear market, they started their own projects. And it didn't always work out, but sometimes it did.
So what is Satoshi saying? Well, one example, what he says, right, is that a lot of people, right, try to discredit him, but in the background, they're working with other projects. Now, what I noticed is a project like Paw being promoted months ago by a lot of Shiba Inu influencers, right? You call them defense. But what I also noticed is that none of these products were being endorsed by Shib at all. So I'm like, well, okay. And they even would post like, hey, we're not endorsing these projects. Now, what I've known from like Queenie, and of course, DeFi Kraken, who's been very vocal about why he or she left.
I came today to announce my resignation from all Shib activities. Over years, I received a significant amount of time and energy into community. No longer a rampant corruption and abuse. Yeah, when there's a lot of money, I'm not sure what exactly happened behind the scenes, but it seems like Shiba Inu was under huge pressure, and it's like real life, Sometimes the companies can fall apart, and they can affect what happens to Shib.
The project is that they're now promoting a project called Kanatori, right? Or KOT. which it's like, okay, well then maybe some of what Shaitoshi is saying is pretty true, that these people are going behind their back and promoting other projects. Now, when I look into the Discord some more and you see...
It's funny because I saw these people, for 2 years. I was making content on them. They did so much updates, and now they're doing their own project. Forget about the X team for a second. Think about the hurlers and community who deserve answers. Why does our testnet have someone else chain ID? Why hasn't this been addressed? And because, so much drama going on from community members of Shiba Inu. I mean, people are afraid.
Screenshots, it looks like people like Trophias are being threatened, and like, that's not a good thing, right? I know a lot of people get upset that maybe you could say defense, the old ambassador team, is leaving Shib, or maybe they don't like the direction in which the project is going, but death threats and those sorts of things are never ever cool, right? That's just not the way to go about it. But you see people like Queenie saying, hey, forget about the X team for a second and think about your holders and community who deserve answers. So this was one of the big dramas, right? She says, why does our testnet have someone else's chain ID? Why hasn't this been addressed? And this was a red flag for me. And I'm like, hey, Shaitoshi, why hasn't it been addressed? Well, they did address it, right? So what happened was chain IDs are unique, right? And of course, Shibarium is a product that's been worked on for forever now. And it was an accident. That's what they're claiming, right? Call is one of the guys who works on this, right? I heard he's a fantastic human being, nice guy. Got it wrong. It was an accident, right? So they have to change the chain ID, and they've addressed it, right? They reached out to the guy whose chain ID it was. So that has been addressed. So that was one of the big issues. And of course, Queenie and other people were upset that that issue was never addressed. But what we do see is Shaitoshi does make a point that looks like a lot of the old influencers, are starting to promote other projects. Now, like you said, it's a smart, but it is a sad move, right? If you're using Shib's name to make money on the side, all right? Because maybe your job, and I've heard that these people have been getting paid, right? Maybe their job was to promote Shib, but they're going behind the back of Shaitoshi, using Shaitoshi's name to promote other cryptocurrency projects.
Maybe it's profitable for them for sure, but there's so much happening behind the consideration. Yeah,
it definitely is sad. So you could say the all the division in this space, right, in between Shib and defense, was kind of just created by defense, right? Wanted to do different things, which I cannot blame people for wanting to make more money in this space. Like if I'm looking at these Shib influencers that are now promoting these big projects like Kanatori, right? KOT, I'm not telling you to buy this or anything, but I understand, or KTO, excuse me, I understand why they would, promote these projects, because they're going to get paid hand over fist, especially someone.
Yeah, they're going to get paid a lot more than working as volunteers for Shiba Inu. So I see why they moved on, why a lot of Shiba Inu developers moved on, and I can't really blame them. Sometimes it's like about the profit, they put a lot of time into Shib, but this doesn't mean Shib is over. I don't think personally Shib is over because a lot of these people left the Shiba Inu community space.
Like DeFi Kraken, who has 84,000 followers on Twitter, or Queenie 50,000 followers roughly. You know what I mean? Like they're going to be able to promote this project and make a decent bag. Now I don't know much about Shib Trophias. In fact, this person hasn't really posted in a while. But they just posted the other day. But before that, they didn't post since January. But pretty much this post was talking about how they were getting death threats and stuff like that. This is super unprofessional. It's not good for any Discord or Telegram, and Discords, right? And Telegrams. Instead of banning people who are asking real tough questions, ban people for doing things like this. This should be a bannable offense, right? I get it. You don't like Shib Trophias anymore. Maybe you don't like defense or whatever, but this is not this is a bannable offense. Not saying, hey, why is the chain ID the same? That's not why you ban people, right? So I understand where some of these gripes are coming from, but to me, Shaitoshi does have a point. Now, who is the new team? Now, I wouldn't say that, this person is replacing defense. I think that's a weird way to word it, but I think it's more of a logical business decision to have one person in charge of the metaverse, branding, and it's some sort of business liaison to kind of connect with the public, right? I think that's absolutely important. And we see that person is going to be Marcy. Now, she's been in my feed a lot. I've been doing a little more research on her. And if you read her bio on the Outer Edge, first of all, it's an NFT convention convention in LA. What's funny, real quick sidebar, is that looks like BitBoy's going to be there, so it'll be interesting if there's some sort of like I don't know, maybe BitBoy's kind of like a he'll go up to people and just say some random things. It'll be interesting if he approaches her, since there's been all this drama with Shib and BitBoy lately. But yeah, I mean, if you read her profile, she has a nice extensive background in just customer service and being a leader, and it seems like she's a person that is like a great ambassador for Shiba Inu. Now, before I
so it's great we have new members for Shiba Inu that know a lot, but for Shiba Inu to gain back the trust of the community, it's going to take a long time.
Deep dove into the situation. I had two theories. Theory one is, hey, I've been a part of big companies. I've been a manager before. I've had to deal with employees are just people that don't like the direction in which a company is going. And sometimes those gripes are for real. Sometimes these companies make huge changes and we don't like it because we like what has always been. But sometimes that change is necessary for the company to grow, to become more accepted, to become kind of serious in this space. But I know a lot of people don't like to see those changes. No, I've seen those changes not work out for companies, but a lot of times, sometimes those changes are necessary to be taken more seriously. Oh, let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think about all this stuff going down? I'm interested to hear your opinion. It's a very, very interesting situation, and I encourage any of defense out there, if you guys would like to come and speak with me and give your side of the story, I'd like to hear that too, because maybe there's some stuff.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I don't like spreading drama, but this had to be addressed. I think a lot of members for Shiba Inu left, but I also don't think on the other side that this could be potentially bad. It just means the team is changing again with new people. But again, there was a lot of drama that made Shiba Inu's community lose that trust. So, what do you guys personally think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments below. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone.